We are now on our final module, and we're going to put all that we have learned together into a full class yoga flow. So we're going to go through all that we have learned, all the poses, integrate our breathing, our yogic breath in with our poses. So to begin, we're going to start off in child's pose towards the back edge of our mat. Feel free to grab your blocks if you have them and have them nearby. You can also use a yoga blanket if you have one of those with you. So I'm going to start at the back end of my mat, knees as wide as my mat. And I'm going to stretch my arms out long.
I started having some audio issues, so you'll hear a voiceover from here on out. But continuing on in child's pose, we're going to walk our hands over to one side of your mat. Feel a nice side stretch through your body. Keep your hips where they are. Your hands just walked over to one side. Your back is long. Walk through center and over to the opposite side of your mat. Relax your neck, relax your head. Staying long through that side body to get that nice side body stretch. Breathe. Walk your hands back to center. Look between your hands, come up onto all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Find your cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, around the spine. Find your version here. You can do some hip rolls. You could stretch up and warm up your wrists. Could roll your neck. Maybe you bump your hips from one side and then the other. Maybe you tuck your toes under and get a nice foot stretch. This is your practice. This is your time. Find what feels good for you. Make sure you're finding your inhales and your exhales. We're going to curl the toes under, stretch through the feet, preparing for our practice. Then wherever you are, walk your hands slightly forward, hands turned out, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Since this is our first one, feel free to pedal out the legs, bend one knee and then the other. Find stillness. When you're ready, inhale, lift your right leg up and step it between your front hands. We're going to find the low lunge, left knee down on your mat. You can sweep your arms up and overhead, or your hands can be resting on your knee, whatever feels good for you here. Sometimes I like to lean forward more, sometimes I like to tuck my tail more, just depending on what my hips need when I am on my mat. When you're ready, we're going to extend that right leg long. You can grab your blocks if you need it to bring the earth up to you and rest your hands on your blocks. We're going to find a flat back and then fold over that right leg. We want to keep our hips squared here, so we don't want one popping out in front of the other, but try to keep them even. You can do a little swaying side to side if that feels good. We want to flex our toes back towards our face. This is a great hamstring stretch. When you're ready, look forward, roll through that foot. We're going to find a twist. So our left hand is planted, our right arm is twisting open to the sky. I like to do 3 big circles with my shoulder here. So down, around, and up. Big inhale. Exhale brings you back down. You could have always taken this twist on your knee. It doesn't have to be up. And then when you're ready, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps up and back. Inhale, bring that left leg in between your hands, lower the right knee. Find that low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, you can bring your hands to your leg, or you can keep them up, whatever feels good for you here. Inhale, exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Find that straight leg, or you can have a slight bend in that knee, whatever feels best for you. You can use your blocks, or you can have your hands on the mat. Find your half lift, flat back, and then forward fold. Breathe. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, roll through that front foot. We're going to find our easy twist to the left arm up, right hand planted. We're going to find those big circles with the arm, down, around, and up, down, around, and up. Big inhale and exhale. And then we'll step back into our downward facing dog. Find stillness. Inhale, bend the knees, look between the palms, step to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, your version. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms down, around, and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain pose. Find stillness. Feel all four corners of your feet pressing down into your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms down, around, and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step back into your plank. Find your chaturanga, your version. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we're going to step towards the top of our mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms down, around, and up. Exhale, hands to heart, Namaste. Inhale, sweep the arms down, around, and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms. You can step or hop to the back of your mat. Find your vinyasa. Find your chaturanga to up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel free to skip any of the chaturangas. Inhale, step to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're going to bend the knees. Come into chair pose. Big inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, step back to plank. Inhale, exhale, inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step between your hands. We're going to find warrior one. We're in our sun salutation B. Our hips are rotating towards the front of your mat. Inhale, exhale, plant the palms, step back, find your vinyasa. Chaturanga to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Second side. Left leg up and back, through to your hands. Find your warrior one. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Plant the palms. Again, find your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. You can either step or hop or jump. Half lift, fold. Bend the knees, bring the arms up overhead, chair pose. Inhale, exhale, mountain pose. Feel the effects of your practice in your body here. We've just completed our warm-up. Inhale, sweep the arms down, around, and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, jump back or step to your chaturanga, your vinyasa. Meet me in downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg back. Exhale, knee to nose, step between the hands. We're going to rotate that back heel down. Open up into our warrior two. I'm just going to change direction so I can face the camera, but you can stay where you're at. From warrior two, we're going to come into that side angle, your version. Exhale, we're going to find that reverse warrior, right arm back, up and overhead. We're going to straighten that front leg, find triangle. So we're going to reach forward. You can walk in your back foot a little bit if that feels better for you. Bump the hips back. Triangle pose. Inhale, exhale. We're going to find our chaturanga. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Second side, inhale, left leg goes back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step between the hands. I'm going to switch sides again. Find your warrior two on the left. Inhale, exhale, find your side angle pose. Inhale, exhale, reverse warrior. Left arm up and overhead. Inhale, exhale, extend the front leg. Maybe walk that right leg in a little bit. Extend forward. Find your tree pose. Again, your left arm can be on your shin. It can be towards a block. It can even be floating to engage your core a little bit more. We're bumping that right hip back in space. Inhale, exhale. Find your chaturanga. Find your vinyasa. Meet me in downward dog. Inhale, look between your palms, step towards the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms down, around to come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to add on to that sequence. Inhale, sweep the arms down, around to come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step back into plank, find your vinyasa, or skip it and meet me in downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step between your hands. Find your warrior two. Right leg spins back, arms cartwheel open. Find your side angle. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, you're going to bring your left arm to your hip. Grab a block if you need it. We're going to find half moon. So our left hip is open. Your arm can extend towards the ceiling or the sky. Don't forget to breathe here. Inhale, find your forward fold. Exhale, come up to stand. Next, we're going to find our tree pose. This is one of our balancing postures on our left foot. So you're going to shift the weight into your left foot, and you can either bring your right leg up to your calf, to your thigh, or I'm going to show you a little bit more advanced. You can slowly drag your right leg up your thigh to come up to stand. You can have your hands at your heart. You can have your arms extended towards the sky. Whatever feels good for you here. You could do your toe stand if full tree isn't right for you in this moment. And then release. We're going to step back into downward facing dog and do the other side. Inhale, sweep the left leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step between your palms. Spin your back ankle, warrior two on the left. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. One breath, one movement. Inhale, exhale, we're going to find half moon on the left. So your right arm can be on your hip, your right leg extends, all the weight is in your left leg, as if you're kicking a wall with that right foot, opening up towards the sky. And then we'll find our forward fold. You can stay facing the front of your mat. I just turned to the side so it's easier on camera. So again, you can drag your left toe up your leg, or you can do it from standing up tall. Your foot can be resting on your shin or your inner thigh, as long as it's not resting on your knee. Pressing that leg that is up, out. Find your best version of tree pose. If you wobble, if you fall, that's fine. Just come back into it. And then we'll release. Inhale, sweep the arms down, around, and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump to the back of your mat. Find your chaturanga and your vinyasa. Meet me in downward facing dog. We're going to come down into a child's pose. And take a second to breathe. Find your breath. When you're ready, come into your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg back. We're going to open up that hip. So bring your right leg, your right heel to your bum. Come back into your downward dog. And then find your warrior two on the right. Inhale, exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, exhale, find your half moon. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Find your tree pose on your left foot, so your right leg is the one coming up your leg, your version. We're going to add on one more time. Release your right foot, and we're going to come down into Malasana, or that low yogi squat. So we're going to bring our feet as wide as our mat. Drop your bottom, bend your knees. You can use a block. Your heels don't have to be on the mat if they don't reach the mat. Elbows pressing into your knees. Keeping our chest open, and then release. You can walk your toes back together, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step back or hop into your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep that left leg up. Step between your palms. Find your warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, half moon. Inhale, and exhale, forward fold. We're going to find tree pose with your right leg planted on the mat, left leg comes up your thigh or your shin, or you can do your toe stand. Don't forget to breathe in your balancing postures. Release that left leg down. We're going to find our Malasana. One more time. So toes as wide as your mat, feet slightly turned out. Staying open through our chests. And then we'll lower onto our bottoms. We will find boat pose, your version. Hands can be held behind your hamstrings, or they can be out long, engaging through your core. Your feet could be resting on the mat. You can play around with extending your legs. Keeping our chests open, our backs long, and release. I like to give my legs a nice hug after that. We're going to release our legs out long in front of us. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Nice hamstring and calf stretch. You can hold on to your knees, your calves, your ankles, or your feet. I always like to find some movement here. I'm going to sweep my legs around to face you. We're going to do head to knee pose. So bring your left leg into your hips and your right leg out long, and fold over your right knee. Your left toes stay flexed towards your face. It's okay if your nose does not reach your knee. And then when you're ready, we'll switch sides. So right knee in, left leg out long, forward folding over that left knee. When you're ready, come up. We're going to find our boat pose a second time, your version. And then release, hug your knees again, let your neck go. Wonderful. And we'll roll down onto our backs. Our knees are bent, feet pressed into the mat, palms are pressed into the mat by our sides. Before we go into bridge pose, you can hug your knees into your chest. And then we'll lift our hips up, plant the feet, and find your bridge pose. You can interlace the fingers as long as your pinkies stay on the mat. We're pressing up our hips as far as they can go. And then when you're ready, release. You can hug your knees into your chest, find a little rock side to side. Release your lower back. And then we'll find one more bridge pose. So inhale, exhale. Bring your hips up towards the sky. This time, if you want, you could bring your hands underneath your hip bones, as if there was a block underneath there, but make sure you stay engaged through your legs. And then exhale, release. Again, hug your knees into your chest. Find some movement or find stillness. Gonna release. One leg out long, so my right leg's out long, left knee into your chest, and then bring it across your body for a lying twist. Left arm is open towards the left side. We're looking over your left shoulder. Finding space. Come back to center, switch sides, left leg out long, right knee into your chest. Bring it across your body, right arm out long. It's a great way to open your chest as well. Looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest once again. You can do little hip circles with your hands on your knees, one direction and then the other. Next, we'll find happy baby. So you're grabbing the pinky edge sides of your feet. You can find stillness here, or again, find a little sway. You can play around with extending one leg and then the other, or keeping them bent. Find what feels good. Then when you're ready, we will windshield wiper our knees one direction and then the other. Until our legs are nice and long on our mat. Your legs can be as wide as your mat. Your hands can find your body. I like to put one on my stomach and one on my heart, just to thank myself for showing up for this practice, for being here today, for my body to be able to do the amazing things that it is doing. To tune into what my body is feeling in this moment. My hands on my body are a great reminder to listen. And your hands can go out by your sides, palms up. And you're open to receiving the benefits of your practice. You're open to receiving what the universe has in store for you today. Whatever that may be, we're open to receiving all of the goodness of the day. When you're ready, you can stay here as long as you want. You can always hit pause. You can come onto one side to the fetal position. And then we'll find our way up to a seat. Bring your hands to your heart, to the third eye, and namaste. Thank you so much for being here with me.